I never thought I had to relive this moment. Like, I was just thinking of stories that I could tell. And then I remember I've been friend zoned before. This is not something I am proud of, nor is it something that makes me feel good about myself. But you know, it is life and it happened. So we're going to tell it on YouTube for everyone to view, for everyone to listen, for everyone to know. Here we go. It was 6th grade. You know, I was a little prepubescent cunt. My voice was squeaky high, and we were about to go on a field trip. Now, the best part about this field trip was that I knew in advance that I was going to be on the same bus as this one girl who I had an Omega crush on. So in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, it's lit, dogs. I immediately go to sit next to her. It's extremely awkward because we didn't say much at all. We kind of just sat there. She was on some type of device. I don't actually remember what device she was using. And I remember that I was using my PSP, maybe? Maybe a PSP? I don't even know. Did I have a device? Bruh, I don't know what devices we were using. It was something that was dated. Like right now it would be dated, but back then it would be like in the now, so to speak. It was most likely like a 3DS or something. Who knows? Fast forwarding, we arrived to the place. It looks so fun. Like there's those sumo wrestling things, zip lining, mini golf, freaking. There was a place for everyone to dance and eat, like a cookout area, and there was an arcade. I don't remember where this place was or even what it's called. I'll just try my best to describe it as we go. I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you want to be partners for this trip? Like, we could just, like, you know, do stuff together. And, you know, that's basically me trying to finesse my way inside of them cheeks. But if you read the title, you already know that that did not happen. Want to figure out why? Continue watching. She's, like, barely even paying attention to me. She's just, like, glossing over everything that I'm saying and just looking at all the attractions that were there. Even though I should have been the most attracted thing that she's seen. Anyways, we both decide that we're just going to go play mini golf. And I remember watching a lot of movies of where the guy tries to help the girl play golf and he like stands behind her. Did I say golf? Golf? Golf. 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 The Gulf of Mexico. Listen, golf and golf sound exactly the same in my mind. There's no different from a big titty golf girlfriend and playing golf. All right. You know, we're just gonna not say that word. We're gonna call it a boring sport. There we go. So we both decided to play mini boring sport. And I remember those videos of the guys helping the girls play mini boring sport, and they would like go behind them and like help them with the swing, basically rubbing their meat all against their cheeks. And you can definitely guess that I tried that, but I got my shit Omega dubbed. Before I could even be like, hey, do you need some help? Like, I walked behind her while saying it, like, hey, do you need some help? I could show you how to stroke. And she cuts me off and like, no, I know how to do it. Gosh. I was just like, if you know me, you know that, like, not even on some cocky shit, but, like, I don't like rejection. And, like, my rejection rate is, like, 98% of the time I will not get rejected. And the other 2% of the time, when I do get rejected, it's not that it hurts. It's not that it makes me feel sad or whatever. It's just like, damn, that shit really just happened. That's fucking wild, my nigga. Fuck. Yeah, it's like that. So you could imagine me being in 6th grade. It felt even worse because back then I couldn't handle my feelings as much. But I just brushed it off. That was the biggest red flag ever. Right then and there is when I should have said, you know, I'm going to dip and I'm going to go find another female for me to try to smooch on during this field trip. But I didn't. I continued to try and swoon her. I don't remember much of anything of this day except for the mini golf thing and the part that I'm about to tell you. So we're going to skip over the entire day and go to the part of where all the classes got together. It was like towards the ending of the trip and we all sat in the grass and we were like doing some weird meditation thing. I honestly don't remember what this entire field trip was even based upon. It kind of just happened and, you know, I went. But yeah, we were all just sitting there and it was like some type of yoga thing. I remember I sat next to her and like once everyone closed their eyes, I kind of opened mine and looked around and then like did a small little hop to sit even closer to her. And she never even realized, but yeah, that happened. And then after a while, they just told us to just sit there and we could eat lunch and just conversate until the bus drivers come. So that's what everyone did. People started getting up and walking around the field because it was giant. Like, it was a huge field of just the cleanest cut grass ever and like barely any trees. There was at least a maximum of like 6 big oak trees. I remember seeing one of my mans, he took his girl, it might have been Javier. I think it was Javier and his ex. We're going to call her Shovel Face. There you go. I think it was Javier and Shovel Face. They went behind a tree and started, locking lips or something. It was either him or Solomon and that other female. Anyways, I seen that and I was like, bro, it's my time to shine. I'm trying to be like that. What's the problem? So I tap her while she's distracted looking at the sun or something. I don't know. She wasn't the brightest female, smarts wise. So she would kind of just stare into space and daydream about literally nothingness. So I tapped her. I'm like, yo, you want to I don't know, walk around or something? And then she was like, nah, I'm kind of just want to sit here. I'm really bored. I'm like, if you're bored, let's just go walk around. That's what everyone else is doing. She's like, okay, fine. That should have been another red flag for me. But I still continued to try and swoon her. As we're walking around, we're not saying anything. I kind of playfully push her and then she pushes me back. Now I playfully push her and then she pushes me back, but she did it harder as if she was actually bad. So I'm like, you know what? I'ma just let it rock. We're not gonna do that no more. Once again, that should have been another red flag, yet I still continued to try and swoon her. We make our way over to one of these big trees where no one else is looking, and she literally just sits in the shade. It was the perfect opportunity for me to sit down, say some words, and then attempt to lock lips with this female. As I'm sitting down, and I'm trying to talk to her or whatever, she cuts me off mid-sentence and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, I know what people have been doing by these trees. I've watched them. So before you get any ideas, I don't like you like that. We're kind of just friends, okay?
You are hooked up to my patent-pending lie detector machine, so I'll know if you're lying. Could you learn to love me?
No.
Very well. Is there any circumstance where...
No.
Thank you for your time. Are you sure?
Once I heard those words, dog, my heart literally said, poof, that shit broke. I have never been friend-zoned in my entire life other than that soul moment right there. It just kept replaying on my mind over and over. I don't even think I replied to her. I think my face just went blank. My entire life flashed before my eyes. I literally felt my chest feel like it got filled up with sand. I couldn't even move. Hearing the person you have the biggest crush on ever tell you that you guys are just friends. Bro, that shit is heartbreaking. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think I almost shed a tear, but I didn't. I did not shed a tear because that would have been sinful. So we're gonna move along to, I don't remember anything that happened after that because that was a really traumatizing moment. So that entire day, except for the key features that I talked about in this story, are a literal blank. Oh yeah, on my way going back, I actually went on the wrong bus, or quote unquote wrong bus. Bro, I could not sit next to that female, bro. After she said that, I could not sit next to that female. I purposely went on the wrong bus, and the only thing I remember when I went on the wrong bus was seeing Maliki's face. Bro, that man was like, hey, what's good, Kaisim? And then I just sat down and we just was all cracking jokes and whatever. That kind of cheered me up though, I ain't gonna hold you. Here's a tip out there for all you guys. If you're going through problems with girls or whatever, quality time with the bros can help heal your heart. This is facts, bro. But do not spend all that time with the bros. You gotta spend time by yourself. Let yourself recollect your own thoughts, recollect your own emotions, all that. That has been some love advice or